Welcome back to the St. John Speed Shop, fellow modelers. This will be the first video on AMT's 1960 Ford Starliner. So far it's a pretty nice kit. No issues with build, minimal flash. Can't say I got any complaints except for the damn decals. We'll get to that in a minute. But let's see what's going on here. And might as well start off with the body, which is real nice. Real nice. And as of right now, the hood is a perfect fit. Like I said, there was minimal flash. I gotta attend to this here. Something I missed. I usually do. But the body on this car is real nice. That's awesome. That ass end is nice. That is just too cool. Here's our nicely detailed frame and undercarriage. All this went together well, no problems. There's our floor pan chassis, whatever you want to call it. Interior side panels, nicely detailed. I'm gonna have fun with this as soon as I figure out how I'm gonna paint it. Dashboard. Come on, focus. I'm seeing a lot of chrome there. Gonna bust out the Molotov for this. There's our rear seats, front seats. I got them taped, these cans. That's how I paint the parts. Comes in real handy. I got a lot of empty paint cans stashed in a box, but the seats are definitely going to get two-tone. Just again, no idea what color. I'm at a complete loss as how I'm going to paint this car. One thing I managed to I didn't care for the rims that came with this car. That's these here. This car is going to be a custom cruiser, so these are too sporty or hot rod looking. So I dipped into the spare parts and came up with these. Come on, focus. Yeah, I really like these. That's what I'm looking for. Nice custom look. What do you guys think? There's the wheel backs ready for paint. I'm going to have to sand them down a little bit to get them to fit the new rims. A most excellently detailed engine. Focused. Man. Okay, I didn't want to put the valve covers on or the carburetors. There's plenty of detail under there for an engine being worked on. It's real nice. Now let's get around these decals. Got more shit laying around here. Here's the decals. I like the style, but I do not like the color. White and olive drab almost along here. It's just, I have a hard time coming up with a color combination to fit this car. I've got kind of settled on something. If it sucks, it sucks. Either way, it's getting done. But that's the decals. I like the style. I just don't like the color choice. It just really limits to what limits. It just puts a limit on what colors you can use with it. Oh, last but not least, there's some chrome parts ready for clear coat, the exhausts, the lake pipes in our front end. And that is about it. This build is going to be for the Psychedelic 60s group build hosted by 60s Rule, Dan the Man, who unfortunately, I was told, the death in the family. Best of wishes to Dan and his family from the St. John Speed Shop. It sucks. We all go through it. Best of wishes to your family, Dan. And with that, I'm going to shut my trap and get into some serious paint, Pilgrim. You guys have a good one. I'll be back in a couple days with an update. See you soon. Adios. I'm off to the paint booth.